Okay, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome back if you were on my previous webinar. So what we're going to be going through this afternoon is promotions, clubs, and series. Okay, perfect. So let's get started. I think we've got everyone on board. Perfect. So as always, a little bit of housekeeping. I apologize if you're a regular on my webinars or of course, if you were on my one this morning. So the duration of this afternoon's webinar will be approximately 60 minutes. Okay. So of course, my microphone has been switched on. Everyone else has automatically been muted. So please don't try and talk to me during this webinar, but of course, feel free to ask me some questions throughout or towards the end. Okay. The promotion used in this webinar, just to let you know, are not direct recommendations of anything you may wish to do. They're purely examples of what is possible. Okay, so please don't think you need to go away and replicate this for anything. These are just purely examples of what we can do with our system. So what is today's learning outcome? So today you will learn how to create automated and custom promotions to be redeemed at your point of sale screen. You will, of course, also learn how to configure a series of services, then sell and redeem alike. And lastly, you will learn how to create a club, i.e. a VIP club, an NHS club, that kind of thing, for your clients to be signed up to and accrue points to spend, okay? And if you do offer discounts through clubs or anything like that, it will automatically be taken off at the point of sale screen. Okay, so promotions allows you to create your own special offers and other client benefits. So there are three main steps to setting up a promotion. You need to specify the promotion details. So what's the promo called? When is it available? And who is it available to? Okay. Also going to specify the eligibility criteria. What does the client need to buy or how much do they need to spend? And third and finally, we need to specify the promotion benefits. So what benefits will the client receive? Perfect. So as with all of my webinars, there are, of course, a mixture of power slides and, of course, live demonstrations. This afternoon's webinar is predominantly going to be a live demonstration, just so we get the hang of it. But of course, if you do want to chat further, we are available at education@shortcuts.co.uk. Or of course, you can give us a call on 0161 972 4900. And we do have some handy resources and some links there for you. So if you go onto our website, shortcuts.co.uk, and you can, of course, just go /COVID-19, we do have some very helpful resources which may help you out moving forward. And also, if you were on my one this morning, I apologize for repeating myself, but just to let you know, every Wednesday, we always run all day of webinars. However, next week and the week after, we will not be running all day webinars, just the way the schedules have gone. We do have some new information, which I'm very eager to share with you. There will be a webinar the Wednesday before we open, which I think is probably going to be in a couple of weeks. We will have a webinar then on the Wednesday explaining all the new features and of course, making sure you're hot to trot ready for when salons open. So we will be running through all of that. After the COVID-19, after the 4th of July, those kind of things, we will be continuing with our usual regime of webinars every Wednesday. Okay, so it's just next week and the week after. We're not having any next week, but the week after we'll probably just have the one. Okay, so with that being said, let's open up our Shortcuts Fusion system and let's start by creating a promotion. Now, there are a couple of ways you can do this, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set up a very basic promotion, okay? And you can set basic promotions up through services or products depending on what you want them to be. So on the right-hand side, we're going to click the Setup button. And then just underneath that, we're going to click the Services button just here. Okay, so let's open up our service category, i.e. full head of highlights just here. And then right down the bottom of the screen next to the details button, we can see we have a promotions button. So what we're going to do, let's create a new one. Now here you can fill out all the relevant information, so the valid days, valid hours, or valid day, week of the month, so any parameters like that that you wish to set. You can also change the promotion name here. So let's just say 20% off, okay? You can pop a description in, And then underneath, you can quickly change it here. So a percentage reduction, reduction by a specified amount. So maybe if that is being reduced by 10, 15 pounds. Cost price, if this is usually if it's for like a product, and gross margin percentage reduction. Okay, so this is if you want to reduce a percentage from your gross margin. Okay, it's typically the top three that will be used. So I'm going to say there's going to be 20% off color. And then underneath, under percentage reduction, we're just going to type in 20%. Okay, then all we're going to do is we're just going to click done. And we can now see we have given a very quick basic promotion of 20% off color. Okay, and we've applied this just as a test to full head of highlights. Okay. Perfect. So that's very nice and quick and simple. So we've applied a 20% off of our full head of highlights. So let's do this same thing again, but let's do it a little bit more advanced. So what we're going to do on our setup screen on the right-hand side, we're going to click setup, and then we're going to use the green arrow to scroll down to where it says promotions just here. Okay, now we can see there's our 20% off color, and we've already had one created, but let's create a new one. Okay, so we're going to click the new button right down the bottom of the screen. And again, under promotion name, I'm going to call it 50% off blow dries. Okay, and again, we can fill out all the relevant specified information. Toggle this if it's only available for specific days, specific dates. Toggle this if it's only available at specific hours of the day. And of course, if it's for specific weeks of the month. So first week, second week, third week, and fourth week. Okay, so depending on when you want it to be. We can also fill out a description. We would usually recommend you do this. You can tick this box if it requires a coupon code to be added to the promotion. So that can be redeemed at the point of sale screen and tracked. And you can also add a barcode as well if you wish to. But typically, just as it is, will be sufficient enough. Underneath, we can say whether it's just going to be a general promotion or if it's going to be related to a specific club. Now, later on, of course, we are going to be going through clubs. So if you want to set up maybe an NHS club or a VIP club, you can link all of your promotions to a specific club. Okay. Then down the bottom of the screen, all we need to do is click the next button. Now, this is where we're going to specify the eligibility for this promotion, okay? Now, because this promotion requires the client to purchase a specific item or have a specific service, in the top left-hand corner, you can see it says specific items in the sale. So we have said it's going to be 50% off of blow dries, okay? So that is a specific item from the sale, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to expand services where it says here. And we're going to find our blow dries. So we're just going to expand ladies and we're going to click into where it says blow dry. And then what we're going to do, we're going to pop a tick in the and any of, okay, because it's any blow dry. We've only got the one blow dry service, so we're just going to pop a 1 in there in the and any of column. Okay. Then what we're going to do in the bottom right hand corner, we're going to click the next button. Now on this screen, we're going to specify that the benefit that the client is going to receive. So we have said they're going to get 50% off of blow dries, okay? So now as the benefit item, i.e. money off the blow dry, is the same as the eligibility. So it basically means they're having a blow dry and they're going to get 50% off of the blow dry. What we're going to do in the top left-hand corner is we're going to keep it at specified items, okay? To the right-hand side of that, you will see it says percentage reduction. So what we're going to do is type in 50%. And then underneath, we're going to expand all services. And we're going to expand ladies. And we're going to pop a 1 in the maximum column. Then what we're going to do, we're going to click the done button. That will now give us 50% off of blow dries or whichever service it may be. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit more of a specified promotion. Okay, we're going to be a little bit more specific with it. So again, on the right hand side, we're going to click promotions. And what we're going to say is it's going to be 30% off of blow dries, but only on a Wednesday. Okay, so only on a specific Wednesday. So what we're going to do, we're going to click the new button. And we're going to just type in, again, the name of our promotion. So we're going to call it 30% off blow dries on a Wednesday. Perfect. Now, as this is only available on Wednesdays, in the top corner, we're going to change valid hours to specified times. Now, when you do this, you just have to specify each time just here. So we're just going to say it's going to be Wednesday. So we're going to click onto Wednesday, and we're going to say what hours of the day it is available on Wednesday. Now, if you want it to be available for all day, all you need to do is just keep this tick in this box here where it says all day. So that will now mean all day on a Wednesday, we will be able to take 30% off of blow dries. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the next button. Okay, again, in the top left-hand corner, we're going to set specific items because, of course, they're getting 30% off of blow dries. This is because they have to choose a blow dry to get the money off. So again, we're going to expand services. We're going to go down to ladies, and we're going to pop a 1 in the and any of column, exactly the same as before. And we're going to click the next button, exactly the same as before. Okay, so in the top left-hand corner where it says the promotion benefit applies to, we're going to toggle this to items purchased under this promotion. Because they're having a blow dry, they're going to get 30% off of the blow dry. So what we're going to do is take items purchased under this promotion. And then in the right-hand corner, we're going to take 30% off. And again, exactly the same as before. In the maximum column, we're going to pop a 1. Okay, so that means they're going to only take 30% off of the 1 blow dry. So if they have 2 or 3 services, it's only going to come off of the 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the done button, and that will finalize that promotion. Perfect. So our last promotion we're going to look at, now there are lots of different ways we can do it. Our last promotion we're going to look at is buy 2 products and get 1 free. Okay. So again, we're going to click the new button. And again, we're going to type in our promotion. Okay, so we've got ourselves a nice buy 1, get 1 free there. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to click the next button. Now, if the client can purchase any 2 products under a company, i.e. Paul Mitchell, what we're going to do is we're going to place a 2 next to the and any of column. Okay, so if, let's say, they can purchase any 2 products in one of your brands and get 1 free, what we're going to do is we're going to expand all products. So you can see there's my brand there, Paul Mitchell. And I am going to say that they can purchase any 2 products to get the promotion. If, of course, it's only under specific products, you will just place them next to the relevant product. But I'm going to say it's going to be any 2 Paul Mitchell products. So just next to the Paul Mitchell, I'm going to pop a 2 because it's any 2 Paul Mitchell products they can purchase. Perfect. So in the bottom right-hand corner, what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to click the next button. Now, one thing I would always recommend you do is this box here where it says limit to equal or lesser value than eligibility. So basically what that means is this will stop the most expensive item being given away as free. We all know what it's like. When we get buy 2, get 1 free, it's typically the cheapest product that is given away free of charge. So if you want to ensure that continues to happen, we always tick this box here where it's limit to equal or lesser value than eligibility. Okay. Perfect. Then what we're going to do is in the top right-hand corner where it says percentage reduction, we're going to change this to 100%. Now, the reason for this is because, of course, they're going to get 1 free. So it's going to be 100% percentage reduction because, of course, their 3rd product, they're going to get free. Then under products, again, if it can be any Paul Mitchell product that they get free of charge, you can pop a 1 next to the Paul Mitchell brand. If that's any product, they will get free of charge. If, of course, if it's maybe a promotion given to you by the rep and the actual product is sort of outlined to you which one will be free, you would find that specific product and place a 1 next to that. So let's say it's actually the only The only product that can be given away free is the finishing spray 300 mils. So we would place a 1 next to that. And we would finalize that by clicking the done button. Perfect. So there we can see we have set ourselves up with 2 or 3 different promotions, and they will automatically be redeemed at the point of sale screen. And that, for our first half of our webinar, ladies and gents, is how we can set up promotions. Now, the next aspect is to go through our clubs. Now, our clubs basically works like a sort of loyalty scheme. It's a great way for clients to accrue points, spend points, and get an automated discount if applicable. So again, on the right-hand side, we're going to click the Setup button, and we're going to click just down here where it says Club. Now, there are a couple of ways we can set up a club. First and foremost, if you would just like to set up a club where the members of that club just purely get a discount, we can do this on the first page of our screen just here. So the best way to think of this is a bit like a split screen. Okay, so we're going to look at just the first screen. So all we're going to say, we want to set a club up where our clients just simply receive a discount. They don't accrue points or anything like that. They just simply receive a discount. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the new button. And we're going to call it NHS Club. Okay, and we're going to say they get 10% off. So we're going to click the done button. Now it will always say, will the members of this club accumulate points and use them to pay for services or products? Now for this, we don't want them accruing points to redeem on services or products. We just simply want them to get an automated discount. So we're going to click no. Underneath, we can then fill out these parameters. So we can say the service discount will simply be 10%. And it's as simple as that. Now, of course, you can input product discount and sundry discount as well. Now, perhaps maybe if we just sort of sidetrack just a tiny bit, maybe if you're setting up a staff discount and you've decided that all of your staff members get a product at cost, you can pop a tick in this box just here. That will mean your products are sold to those particular club members at cost. Perfect. You can set a duration for the club to expire, or you can set a specific expiration date just down here. Then all we need to do is simply click the save button. And that will now set up our NHS 10% club. But what about if you wanted to make a little bit more of an advanced one? Maybe we wanted to set up a club where they do accrue points. So this takes us on to sort of the second page of our club setup. So again, we're going to click new, and we're going to call this VIP. Okay. And we're going to confirm this by clicking the done button. And again, will the members of this club accumulate points and use them to pay for services and or products? I'm going to say yes. So I'm going to say points accredited for every £100 spent. Now it works as a division. So every £1 spent is equivalent to 1 point. Okay. So maybe if we sort of divided it up, we could do it that every £25 spent, they get something like 1 point. Okay. And 1 point is equivalent to £1. Okay. So it's however you want it to be set up. Underneath, you can see when accumulating points, you can include discounts. So let's say if your client has a discount off of a service, will they still accumulate 100% of their points for discounts? Is there a time limit on their points? And club points can pay for products, services, or sundry. So I'm going to say that my points can only be redeemed against services. You can tick this box if you've already previously set up a club and you're now moving them over to this club. So maintain points from previous club membership. And then points redemption, so minimum points before redemption. So maybe they have to have 10 points equivalent to £10 before they redeem them. This may be if you want to stop them, redeeming on things like fringe trims or toners. And then last but not least, down the bottom, we can say what the club points or the rewards can be redeemable on. So we can say whether it's going to be every day or just specific days. So I'm going to say that my points can only be redeemed Monday to Friday. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the save button. And we have now set up 2 clubs. So how can we assign our clients to a club? So depending on how you've got it set up, you may have your clients set up automatically to go into each club. And to check this, we can go to the setup button on the right-hand side and we can click onto configuration. Over on the left-hand side, we can click the general button and we can go right at the top where it says general. And right at the top here, we can see we have a default club. So that basically means we've got all of our clubs here. And as soon as we create a brand new client, they will automatically be defaulted to this club. Of course, if you didn't want this to happen, just simply click the None button and then click Save. If not, if you wanted to manually add a client into your club, if we go to the client screen, and if we find our client, and if we open up their personal profile card, here where it says club, we can toggle them accordingly. When you're happy, simply click the Save button and Done to navigate away. And that is how we can assign our clients or our staff members to a club. So the third and final aspect of our webinar this afternoon, ladies and gents, is of course to go through setting up a series. Now a series is basically if they purchase maybe 6 or 7 services up front, okay, and they pay for them up front, and then they can be booked in as and when. It is a fantastic way for your clients to be able to budget because they pay for all of the services up front. And then throughout, it kind of works to them as if all of the services are free. And it's great for the business because, of course, you get a lump sum upfront in the bank account. Okay, to set up a series, what we're going to do is, again, we're going to click the Setup button. And right down the bottom just here where it says Series, on the left-hand side, we can see all of our service categories. Now, if you already have a series set up, you can see the existing one set up right at the top. But we're going to create a blow dry series. Okay, so I'm going to expand my ladies service category, and I'm going to click where it says blow dry. And I'm going to click the new button to set up a brand new series. So we can see our blow dry series just here. And in this box here, we pop the quantity in. Now, if you want to set up multiple series, maybe a series of 4, maybe a series of 6, maybe a series of 8, you can do. Just treat them totally individually. So I'm going to say it's a quantity of 6. So we can see the item price for the time being is £24, thus meaning that would be £144. But you may wish to, you don't have to, but you may wish to add a little bit of a discount if they're going to purchase them all up front. So I'm going to say if one of my clients purchases a series of 6 blow dries, I'm going to add in a 5% discount. And you can see that automatically changes the sell price to £136.80, thus meaning the item price is then £22.80. And of course, you then can set up an expiry if you wish to. But for the purposes of this training session, I'm going to say there's no expiry. Simply finalize this by clicking the Done button. Perfect. So how do we sell a series of services to our clients? So what we're going to do is we're going to click the main button and we're going to click the point of sale screen. Now, when you sell a series of services, you must assign it to a specific client. So in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to click the clients button and I'm going to assign it to my client here called Amy. We're going to click on any one of the empty grey sale lines. It doesn't essentially matter who you choose here because they will not earn commission at this stage of the sale, only when the series are redeemed. We're going to click onto the service button. And we can see in the top left-hand corner, we have a series block just here. Simply choose the relevant package and then just check it out just like normal. So we can see there is a series of blow dries to the 6 of them, and the cost is £136.80. Simply check it out just like normal. And we click End Sale. Now, if you're on my webinar earlier, you may realize I get just a tiny error. So I'm just going to quickly just remove that just so we don't keep getting errors there. Perfect. There we go. So we have now sold our client Amy a series of 6 blow dries. So what we can do is let's pretend she wants to book in. So she can book in these blow dries pretty much whenever she wants. So what we're going to do is we're now going to book Amy in so we can see how to redeem it. So let's pop Amy in for a blow dry. And you can see here straight away on our client dashboard, it has outstanding client series 6 out of 6 for a blow dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the Done button. We can tag it just like normal. and it will straight away take you to where her series is. Now, the reason this is fantastic, as we can see how many are remaining. So it alleviates any doubt, any confusion, and of course, any errors. So maybe if a client is saying to you, oh no, I've got 6 left or I've got 5 left, you can come in here and just ensure that they are correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to click blow dry series, and we're going to pop that service in just there. So let's now check the client out so they can redeem this series. So we're going to click checkout. And of course, this takes us directly back to our point of sale screen. And we can see here our blow dry series has now been automatically redeemed. So there it is. You don't need to do anything. So if I just remove that PPE, you can now see the blow dry series has been redeemed. And we can see straight away there is no money left to take. So there's no outstanding amount. Simply finalize it by clicking the end sale button. Perfect. And that is our promotions, our series, and our clubs. Perfect. So any questions for me this afternoon, ladies and gents? Now, I appreciate I was a little bit quicker than I thought we were there. I thought it might have taken us about an hour to get through, but I appreciate we were just under the 30 minutes mark there. But any questions, of course, please feel free to drop those across to me now. Okay, so no questions coming through. Hopefully that just means I've managed to answer everybody's questions moving forward. Okay, perfect. No problem. So it doesn't look like there's any questions coming through. Not a problem. If, of course, you do think of anything later on, you're more than welcome to drop me an email. And just to reiterate, next week we will not be running our webinars like we do, but the week after that we will be running one webinar just to sort of explain all of the new features we've got lined up ready for reopening. And then, of course, moving from there on out, we will continue with our usual sort of schedule. But it's been absolutely lovely speaking to everyone. Hopefully everyone's found that informative. If I don't speak to you on my next webinar, enjoy the rest of your week, and I shall speak to you in the next couple of weeks. All the best, everyone, and stay safe. Thank you ever so much. Bye-bye.